I skied into a serious cliff area. I'm gonna try to turn around and go that way, but there's cliffs that way too. And what did I get myself into this time? So after you go up the main lift, chair 1, you get up to the top and you can ski off to the left. And this whole area is called Hell Roaring Basin. And there is a hell roaring chair that comes up here. A lot of people just ski off to the left and go down this. It's fairly well traveled. It's all black diamond, but if you know what you're doing, it's a fun area to ski. But if you go way over here, there's some double black diamonds that I came down first yesterday, and it was beautiful. I was in virgin powder all by myself, picture shoots, and I can't remember what the other one's called. Picture shoots. Double black diamond, whoa! Oh, look at this. But yesterday I skied farther in that direction than I ever had, and I noticed there's another route over here that looks almost intermediate. It looked like a fun thing, and a chair 8. But what I did and what I do is I kind of ski this area. It's a lot of fun. But I found a bunch of cliffs here, over here, where I was skiing. They had them roped off, and they do a great job of doing that. And I was skiing along, and they had the roped off and the warning signs, skiing along, thinking I could come out. And I got to a really dangerous area here, where it looked like somebody had skied over some rock and slid down the rock, and it was nasty. I wasn't about to ruin my skis or ruin my life doing that. So I was stuck right there, and I had already skied down the mountain, so I couldn't just ski here because there was these roped off cliffs. That's where I had to take my skis off and precariously make my way back up here until I could start kind of doing some little things like this to get back into the peopled area. Well, I'm over here in some new territory. I'm in a cliff area. I'm glad I didn't go off the cliff. Woo, there is a cliff. Oh man, I am in a cliff area. Well, I skied into a serious cliff area. I'm gonna try to turn around and go that way, but there's cliffs that way too. I got myself into a cliff area and it's pretty sketchy. I'm gonna try to turn around and go that way, but there's a bunch of cliffs there too. I skied myself into a place where if I kept going, there was like a 10-foot slide of rock that it looked like somebody had skied over and fallen. And I knew I would too if I kept going that way. So I stopped, I turned myself in the other direction, but I knew I was in trouble because I'd been skiing along the top of a bunch of cliffs and I'd been going down the mountain. So I knew I would have to extricate by going up the mountain, and you can't really ski up the mountain in those backcountry situations very good. And so I took my skis off and jammed my 2 skis into the 3 feet of snow and used it as an anchor because I was about falling down the mountain, and went like 2 feet really carefully without falling. And then I jammed my 2 skis in again and do the same thing. And I just inched my way back up the mountain. And there was cliffs under me the whole time, so I couldn't ski down. And then I got back up where I could ski the terrain that I knew, which was side angling back into the bowl going to the Hellroy chairlift. And I made it. And you know what's funny is there are some people who are like super supreme expert skiers that can ski that stuff, yet they're few and far between. But anyway, I skied myself into trouble, and it was pretty sketchy, but you know, I climb mountains and stuff, so I'm a little bit used to sketchy. But one of you commented on my short, the cameraman never dies. And I'm thankful that I didn't. There are skiers that are a notch above expert that could have handled that, but that's not me. If I had a new set of skis, I might be considered expert, but that was pretty sketchy. The type of people that would ski that are those extreme videos you see on TikTok, and somebody will get an old pair of skis that they can throw away when they're done and ski those cliffs. There's maybe 1 in a million type skiers that will actually do that. Yeah, that was pretty sketchy. I skied myself into an area that even I, as a advanced skier, could not ski my way out of because it was cliffs and rock, and if I did make a mistake, I could have slid down the mountain at a speed that would not be safe. So I turned around and grappled my way backward a little ways, and then took off my skis and walked myself to a place that I felt I could safely get back to the area that I knew. See, I went into an area that I had never gone in before. I'm glad to be out of there, man. It was a grunt getting out of there, especially since it was my last run of the day and my legs were already feeling it.